great-grandmother saw at a glance that the idle young playboy in front of her was not a member of the G family. Instead, the nanny's son, in terms of character and temperament, was exactly in line with the fine family traditions of the G family. At first, she thought these were just coincidences, but later she noticed that the nanny was acting sneakily, trying to send her own son back to the countryside. The old master noticed this and, finding the young man down-to-earth and hardworking, thought highly of him and hoped he would stay and continue working. Since the old master had spoken, the nanny didn't dare to object. However, as soon as the nanny heard that the fourth young master had just woken up, she immediately scurried back to make shark fin and bird's nest soup for him. The nanny thought she had done it flawlessly, not realizing that this action had aroused great-grandmother's suspicion. She asked her 40-year-old grandson, "Would you treat someone else's child better than your own?" This left him speechless. It turned out that this woman was the youngest female professor 70 years ago. In an accident, she was hit and killed by falling debris while saving her son. When she woke up again, she found herself transported 70 years into the future, in the body of an 18-year-old girl with the same name, and had reunited with her son and great-grandson. But her 70-year-old son and 30-year-old great-grandson were already enough to worry her. However, what troubled her even more was Ji Zhouye. This young great-grandson not only had poor grades but also showed off everywhere at school, causing an interstellar girl to mistake Rongyu for a love rival. When seeing Rongyu approaching, Ji Zhouye quickly held up a sunshade, and his subordinate handed over sliced watermelons. Instead of studying hard, he spent all day on these flashy things. The interstellar girl, burning with jealousy, felt that Rongyu had taken away the attention that should have been hers, so she pretended to give a cake, intending to smash it in Rongyu's face. How could Rongyu not see through her trick? When she got close, Rongyu turned the cake around and smashed it on the interstellar girl's face. The interstellar girl flew into a rage, but one look from Rongyu made her fall silent instantly. At this moment, Ji Zhouye received a call saying his fourth brother was about to return home. Upon hearing this, the interstellar girl thought the fourth young master was more capable than Ji Zhouye and immediately switched her attention to currying favor with him. After school, Rongyu's son and great-grandson came to pick her up, and suddenly a stray dog appeared by the roadside, looking exactly like the dog she had raised before. Ji Ziyuan begged Rongyu to let him adopt it, and Rongyu said, "Maybe it's Songwa coming back to find you." She also told him to take good care of it this time. Since it was a stray dog, it was bound to have germs on its body, so Ji Ziyuan took the initiative to pick it up, which happened to be photographed by passing fans and posted online. Everyone praised him for being patient, but Ingbao sourly said that Ji Ziyuan was scheming, definitely seeing someone taking photos and deliberately picking up the dog. Rongyu advised Ingbao not to act like a child, but Ingbao complained to her mother, and watching the two argue, Rongyu's son only felt helpless. Back home, great-granddaughter Duoduo was playing with the puppy when suddenly a black snake crawled toward Duoduo. At the critical moment, a young man rushed out and quickly subdued the snake. The young man's demeanor was very similar to her husband's, making her pay more attention to him. Clearly not a member of the G family, so why did she feel such a connection? However, the fourth young master who returned home was not only idle but also cheated people with a fake graduation certificate, and when Rongyu exposed him, he was immediately embarrassed, not knowing her identity. The fourth young master insulted Rongyu on the spot, even scolding her as a new servant with no manners, which scared Ji Zhouye into quickly waving his hand to stop him. Rongyu only said calmly, "I saved the old master's life." The nanny naively thought she was just the old master's savior, not knowing that this young girl was actually the great-grandmother of the old master who had traveled through time. Watching the whole family listen to Rongyu, the fourth young master was full of confusion, but one look from Rongyu scared him into silence. Annoyed that Duoduo was disturbing his sleep, picked up a cup and threw it, but fortunately, the nanny's son blocked it. Just as he was about to make another move, Rongyu stopped him. The fourth young master, whose wrist was grabbed, screamed in pain, and his unruly nature made Rongyu wonder if he was really a member of the G family. The fourth young master flew into a rage, determined to show Rongyu the consequences of angering him, but Gingchuan unhesitatingly stood in front, telling him to direct his anger at him instead. Rongyu became more and more satisfied with Jingchuan, turned around, and reprimanded the fourth young master. The nanny, afraid the fourth young master would suffer, called Ji Ziyuan for help, but unexpectedly Ji Ziyuan said, "Everything is according to Miss Rong's order." Rongyu sat on the sofa and started counting down, saying he had 10 seconds to apologize. The nanny advised the fourth young master to endure it first. The old master is not doing well. When the time comes, all the G family's property will be yours. The fourth young master reluctantly wanted to apologize, but Rongyu said the time was up and announced on the spot that he was expelled from the G family. When the old master arrived, the fourth young master became arrogant again, which completely infuriated Rongyu. She was going to show the fourth young master whether she could take charge of this family.